Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it. Welcome back to What's the 411 News. How is everybody doing out there? You guys see it on the screen. We have a goofball, a white pastor from Oklahoma who thought it was real cute to dress in blackface. I wonder what else he is teaching to his congregation. All right. So with that being said, let's get into it and find out what's the situation with this guy. All right. So, Oklahoma pastor was removed after 2017 blackface pictures had surfaced. All right. So the Southern Baptist Convention, the nation's largest Protestant denomination, has kicked a rural church out of its membership after photos and videos of an Oklahoma pastor impersonating singer Ray Charles in blackface ignited on social media. So this guy already was impersonating somebody who has already passed away. You guys see the picture on the screen. Look at this clown. A literal clown, but a pastor at that. Okay. Reverend Sherman Jacquess, a white man, was seen in a video dressed in a jerry curl wig, black body paint, face, neck, hands, and red lips during a Valentine's Day talent show in 2017. A spokesperson for the organization said the executive committee ruled that the Motoga Baptist Church in Ochalata, Oklahoma, if I'm pronouncing that right, was not in friendly cooperation with the convention. The decision after the church, led by Jacquess, failed to cooperate in resolving concerns regarding discriminatory behavior on the basis of ethnicity. The preacher comically claims he was trying to honor the late Grammy Award winner. So you was trying to honor Ray Charles by dressing in blackface. And I know you know the history behind, or the disrespectful history behind doing that, right? The incident was highlighted on Facebook in April by local activist Mark Lewis, who promptly rebutted, "You can't honor anyone by not putting on blackface." And he is ignoring the historical references and all of the satirical types of caricatures that African Americans have gone through in this country. Lewis furthered his actions were actually a slap in the face of African Americans and all people of color. No, you're kind of partially wrong about that, Lewis. It's not a slap in the face of all people of color, because other people of color not only includes foundational Black Americans. When you use that word, that term, that's a code word to make Black people believe you're talking about just Black people. People of color means Indians from East India. It can mean Jamaicans. It can mean Dominicans that are dark skinned, Venezuelans that are dark skinned, Africans, so on and so forth. It can also mean Asians. And I'm sure they don't give a damn about what this goofball did to so-called honor Ray Charles. So it's not a slap in the face of Asians. It's not a slap in the face of Indians from East India. It's not a slap in the face of the so-called American Indians here. It's not a slap in the face of Haitians. It's not a slap in the face of Jamaicans. It's not a slap in the face of Africans. It's only a slap in the face of foundational Black Americans. So, Mark Lewis, you only have that partially correct. Let's continue. The Oklahoma pastor says dressing in blackface, quote, wasn't anything. We have people who are offended by a lot of things, but it's hard to play Ray Charles if you don't play a black man. It wasn't anything, he said. While preaching, he reportedly said, I just want to publicly say I don't have a racial bone in my body. I'm not racist at all. Jacquess added, there wasn't anything racial about it. I was singing Ray Charles' Seven Spanish Angels, and I said, I love Ray Charles' music. How can you portray Ray Charles if you're not a black man? Well, Jacquess, you're not a black man, so there's no sense in you trying to play a black man. The Oklahoma chapter of the SBC attempted to intervene. Jacquess was advised, that's Pastor Jacquess, was advised to remove the controversial photos from circulation. Instead, the Oklahoma pastor refused. Afterwards, Mike Keabone, executive committee member for the SBC, told a news representative he was not cooperative, did not take it seriously, didn't think it was a big deal, didn't think it was racial in any way, shape, or form, Keabone said. It was grievous. We hate to disfellowship any church. Sure you do. I bet you do, buddy. The SBC member said, but this was an egregious act of racism, in my opinion, and so we voted to disfellowship them yesterday. The racist Oklahoma pastor has a history of dressing up as different races. Oh, is that so? Oh, okay. Once during a Cowboys and Indians themed event at the Falls Creek Church camp, he appeared as an indigenous woman in brown face. He appeared as an indigenous woman. Wow. Wow. Pastor Jacquess, you dressed up as a woman, huh? Wow. Although Wilkes stated that the expulsion decision is open to appeal, so he's able to appeal it, it won't be easy. Okay. In the annual convention meeting held in June, delegates voted to deny appeals from 3 churches whose memberships were revoked. One of those churches was Rick Warren's Saddleback Church in Lake Forest, California, which was ousted because it allowed a woman to serve as a pastor. What do you guys think about that? Good old pastor, white pastor dressing up in blackface. Then later on or another time dressed as a woman. And these folks crack me up when they say, oh, it's nothing. I was trying to honor him. You can't be Ray Charles unless you're a black man. But newsflash, Pastor Jacquess. What's his first name again? Let's go back to that. Hold on. What's this guy's first name? Hold on here. Let's get that first name again. Let's get this first name straight here. Sherman Jacquess Reverend Sherman Jacquess. Ain't that something? So Reverend Sherman Jacquess just thought, hey, I'll just be a black man and I'll dress up in blackface. Yo, you can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. You guys let us know, man, what you think. What you think about this situation right here. And the history, the current history continues of disrespect to foundational Black Americans, even in 2023. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is What's the 411 News. Put your thoughts in the comments about this particular story, and we'll be back again with another one. This is What's the 411 News, and we out of here. Peace. Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it.